Of late, we have seen various Western media groups coming up with negative narratives and rankings surrounding Narendra Modi government, India's policies, development and growth, often ignoring broader contexts or countering facts. It is highly speculated in India that Western think tanks are envy of India's stable government and development, and they are burning the midnight oil to ruin the prosperity and peace of India. Most of the reports churned out by foreign media are unverified, biased, and the ones that lack credibility. Now Russia, India's all-weather friend, has spoken up for India. The US aims to destabilize India during the 2024 general election, the Russian Foreign Ministry has said after a US Federal Commission's report criticized New Delhi for alleged violations of religious freedom. RT News, a Russian government-owned news network, has reported that Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova has said Washington lacks understanding of India's national mentality and history and continues to make unfounded accusations about religious freedoms in India. Zakharova called it disrespectful to India as a country and a state. The reason behind the US accusations is to unbalance the internal political situation in India and complicate the general elections. Washington's actions clearly constitute interference in India's internal affairs, RT News quoted her as saying. This comes after the latest annual report by the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom, or USCIRF in short, criticized India for alleged violations of religious freedom. The Commission also renewed its recommendation to the US Department of State to declare India a country of particular concern. The report has accused the ruling BJP of reinforcing discriminatory nationalist policies. It has also flagged the continued enforcement of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, Citizenship Amendment Act, and Anti-Conversion and Cow Slaughter laws. The enforcement of these laws, it has said, has resulted in arbitrary detention, monitoring and targeting of religious minorities and those advocating on their behalf. Both news media and non-government organizations reporting on religious minorities were subjected to strict monitoring under FCRA regulations, the report has said. The Indian Ministry of External Affairs has slammed the US Commission for attempting to interfere in India's electoral exercise and continuing to indulge in propaganda against the country. Randhir Jaiswal, spokesperson of the ministry, said last week that the USCIRF is known to be a biased entity with a political agenda. The US Commission on International Religious Freedom is known as a biased organization with a political agenda. They continue to publish their propaganda on India masquerading as part of an annual report. We really have no expectation that the USCIRF will even seek to understand India's diverse, pluralistic and democratic ethos. Their efforts to interfere in the largest electoral exercise of the world will never succeed, he said. Moscow also rubbished allegations of the involvement of an Indian official in a foiled plot to assassinate Khalistani terrorist Gurpatwant Singh Pannu. According to the information we have, Washington has not yet provided any reliable evidence of the involvement of Indian citizens in the preparation of the murder of a certain G.S. Pannu. Speculation on this topic in the absence of evidence is unacceptable, Zakharova said at the briefing. Let us now conclude this talk with a recent video of External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar sarcastically roasting the Western media for questioning India's democracy.
Yes, I get a lot of these noises from the Western press. And if they criticize our democracy, it's not because they lack information. It is because they think they are also political players in our election. That is the reason. You know, I read an article today where some Western media said you know, it is so hot in India. Why are they holding elections at this time? Now, I read that article and I wanted to say, listen, in that heat, my lowest turnout is higher than your highest turnout in the best weather. And you think I've got a problem. That, you know, these are games which are being played with us. These are politics. These are our domestic politics, which is going global, global politics, which feels they must now intrude in India. You know, how can these chaps decide who should be ruling them without, you know, consulting us?